you've been very outspoken in regards to President Trump's cabinet picks. There's a lot of pushback they're getting. And I think it's probably a good sign that they're the right people for the jobs. But people like Tulsi Gabbard are now dealing with all of these efforts to discredit her service, to discredit her time as a member of Congress, and pretend like she is a threat. Hillary Clinton years ago decided to call her a Russian asset and insert the fact that she might be working for the Russian government. And now they're trying to bring that back up. I exclusively broke the story about Tulsi being added to a TSA watch list. And the media didn't want to run that story. They literally waited months to run that story. And then when they finally did, it was only to discredit her again, as an attempt to discredit her again. But now they're pushing back and they're trying to say that people are concerned about her level of having access to security, national security information. But now there's a letter coming out and it says 1,000 veterans are all on board and saying that we need to get Tulsi Gabbard in to DNI. What do you make of all of these efforts to try to crush her credibility completely?
They're scared to death of Tulsi Gabbard. Look, she's an active duty military individual who commands sets of troops in both Oklahoma and in the state next door in Missouri, I believe. So if there was a concern, the military would have flagged it by now. The fact is, she has gone over as a member of Congress. She met with Bashir al-Assad when she was a member of Congress. She was reelected since then. There was no concern about her security clearance either then or now. But the left is scared to death because they know that fundamental and wholesale change is coming to the government, whether it's through Pete Hegseth, Tulsi Gabbard, Kash Patel. These people scare the left because they're not part of the elites, those country club Republicans who only want to sit there and keep the status quo. These people are going to fundamentally change the way Washington works, and the military industrial complex is in big trouble. Donald Trump wants that. The American people want it. And they had better move very quickly to make sure that every one of Donald Trump's nominees makes it through a Senate confirmation hearing, expedited, so that these people can start their work right away.
Yeah, and that's what the American people want. They also want somebody in the Pentagon who's going to flush out a lot of this DEI hiring practices, promotion practices that they've been getting away with, and bring back a strong military that we've been dying for so long right now because our military has never been this weak. What do you make of the pushes, the pushback against Pete Hegseth? Because I've worked for Fox. I've written a letter now saying that none of this that they're alleging ever took place. I've never heard of this until, of course, he's being named to run the Pentagon. And others, I literally have about a dozen of my former colleagues who are now willing to go on the record and echo that same exact thoughts. But the media is running with anonymous individuals and running with it as if it's truthful. And a lot of Republican senators are also trying to use that as if that's a reason why they shouldn't confirm him. What would be your messages for those rhino Republicans who are in the Senate right now trying to say, no, we're not going to vote for him just because of these anonymous allegations?
Yeah, let me be very clear. Let me remind the U.S. senators in office of names like Breanna Morello and David McCormick, the people that Donald Trump got elected this cycle so that they can be in the Republican majority. Because if it wasn't for Donald Trump, they'd still be in the minority. And so our ultimate recourse is at the ballot box. And when Donald Trump engages against a Republican in a primary, he almost always wins. So that's our ultimate recourse. And so Donald Trump has the prerogative to pick his people, to surround him, to change the way Washington, D.C. works. In full disclosure, Pete and Jen are personal friends of mine. I know them. I know their family. He's a phenomenal guy. He's a warrior's warrior. What he is not is a bureaucrat, a general who has made his way up through working at Raytheon and then coming back and forth through the revolving door. Pete is a hero, someone who went to Harvard, someone who went to Princeton. This guy is a warrior who has two Bronze Stars. And this is a guy who's been on the battlefield. And so the reason they hate Pete Hegseth is because he's going to change the way the Pentagon works. And so if you are a United States Senator, a Republican United States Senator, whether you're in the state of Maine or Alaska or in Iowa, be on notice that if you vote against Pete Hegseth, we will come for you. We will primary you and we will beat you at the ballot box because every resource that the Trump MAGA movement has is behind Pete Hegseth, and I'm one of those people.
I love that. Corey, thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
You bet.
This show has only been around for like 11 months. It's hard to believe. But the best part about this show, and I love to brag about it, is I don't accept money from any foreign countries or corrupt corporations. It's literally funded by all of you at home. And since we're in the month of December, I've set a goal. I'm looking to get 1,000 of you to donate $5 each month. We've set up a platform supportbre.com. That's supportbre.com. That is the best way to help us reach that goal. Now, listen, all you have to do, and all I need is 1,000 of you to donate $5 each month over at supportbre.com. And it's done through DonorBox, so it's safe and secure. They accept Apple, credit card, Amazon Pay, Cash App, bank transfers, whatever you prefer. But those funds are going to be used towards helping this program grow. A lot of research goes into this show. A lot of research will go into a lot of those classified documents that are going to get dumped very, very soon. And so I'm going to need to start hiring people. So head over to supportbre.com if you'd like this show to grow and expand, because unlike the corporate media, we don't accept money from big pharma or any corrupt corporations.